Everyone wants to be a yield farmer. You lock up your tokens, you make some yield, hopefully during a bull market, and then you cash out on both ends.
Boring.
Welcome to the hunt. We're going to talk about Kodiak Finance today, the self-proclaimed king of liquidity on Berachain. What the hell is Berachain? We'll get into that really quick too. They position themselves as quote unquote the Uniswap killer. Good luck with that. But I'm looking at their VC list and all I see are dead bodies.
Come on, man.
Is this just like the last grasp of a bankrupt venture fund? Let's rip it open. Let's get it started. We're going to talk about the narrative and vision to begin, as always. And this part, honestly, it's kind of solid. If you're bullish on Berachain, you have to be bullish on Kodiak. And I'll explain why. Uniswap v3, can be a nightmare. You try to provide liquidity, the price moves 1%, and suddenly you're holding a bag of worthless tokens while the fees go to zero. And before we get any further, I do want to talk about what the hell is Berachain, because you need to understand the underlying before you can really dissect Kodiak. And basically, they're just trying to solve what this cute little meme guy is the concept of mercenary liquidity. On a normal chain like Ethereum, you stake your ETH to secure the network, but that ETH just sits idle. It does nothing. On Berachain, the liquidity you provide is the security. They use proof of liquidity to secure the network. You don't just lock your tokens in a box. You provide liquidity to the ecosystem's decentralized exchanges and sort of lending protocols. And in exchange, you earn BGT, a soul-bound token that controls the quote-unquote money printer.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
This aligns everybody in the sort of flow. Users want yield, the chain wants deep liquidity, and the validators basically want bribes.
I got you, homie.
It's an EVM compatible L1. It's built on Cosmos, and it forces you to participate if you want the real upside. So that's Berachain at a high level. And now we can go back and take another look at Kodiak, because the narrative, like I said, is probably the strongest part of this whole token. So Kodiak actually fixes this sort of concept. You can see their liquidity pools here with what they call island liquidity. Think of it as like liquidity for dummies. If you've ever seen those stupid yellow and black books at the library, you deposit your coins, their automated managers move the range for you. You just kind of sit back, you earn fees, and here's the kicker, you farm BGT while you're doing it. So because Kodiak is the only DEX that's incubated by the official Build a Bera program, so you can see that up here, backed by Build a Bera, they have the kind of keys to the castle, if you will. They aren't just a DEX, they are a BGT farming machine. It's kind of the engine room of the entire chain. And for that reason, I gave it a really strong score for narrative and vision. I gave it an 18 out of 20. And we can take a look at the tokenomics for Kodiak. Now, this just released, and you have to understand, if you're buying their token, you are buying a promise. To get any real value, you have to lock it into XKDK. This is kind of the classic real yield trap. You lock your tokens to get a cut of the trading fees. Now, it sounds great, passive income and all that, right? Here's the reality. Once you lock it, you are married to the bag. And since this token just launched, inflation is going to be high. They need to print tokens to pay the liquidity providers, and you're basically going to be fighting gravity. So while the utility is great and they have a bunch of different things in here that you can do in terms of staking, liquidity, actually trading swaps, there's perps, whatever, the inflation is going to hurt on this one. So for the tokenomics, I gave it a 12 out of 20. And we can talk about the tech and execution. I'll keep this kind of brief because they do offer a lot of things, but it works. They've been live on mainnet since February. They handle 90% of the volume on Berachain. They built the quote unquote Panda Factory, a kind of no code launch pad for meme coins. Think like Pump Fund. They use bonding curves. So unlike Pump Fund, you don't have to launch it with any initial liquidity, which is kind of cool, but also super degenerate. Basically, they know their audience. They built a casino inside the bank. So while other projects are selling you kind of like a roadmap or a long PDF, Kodiak is actually shipping code. Their GitHub is open. You can go check it out yourself. So they built it and people are using it. And for that reason, I gave it a 17 out of 20 for the tech and execution. But now let's talk about some of the risks, the exit risk and VC stakes, namely, because here's where the story gets pretty ugly. If you don't know who backed this project, it's Shima Capital. Yeah, this one that you're looking at on the screen right now. And here's another article about Shima Capital. They basically just imploded due to fraud allegations. So the question you really need to ask yourself before you ape into this sort of thing is, where are their tokens? Are they frozen? Are they going to be liquidated by the SEC? Or do you have to worry about being market dumped on?
Oh, hell no.
This is a massive, massive overhang for Kodiak Finance. It's a dark cloud basically sitting above the token until this sort of thing gets resolved. And for that reason, I gave exit risk and VC stakes a 6 out of 20. And I probably should have gave it lower, but whatever. I'm in a good mood. It's Christmas, so let's go. And before I give the final score, I do want to talk about how the liquidity loop actually works. And so I've come up with this nice little flow diagram that you can see. But basically, you're the user. You provide liquidity by giving them honey or Bera or whatever. You get rewards for providing that liquidity. You also get BGT, which is the governance token I mentioned. You can burn that to get Bera. This gives you delegation power, although, so if you burn it, you lose that. And then the validator earns bribes and fees, and so on and so forth. So pretty straightforward. And again, I think if you are bullish on Berachain at a high level, which, if you take a look at their price action, that definitely doesn't look bullish to me. If you believe in these projects, it is a decent play, but obviously there's some just huge red flags with this, with who's behind it. And it kind of sucks for the team that built everything because their tech is kind of cool and it does work. So the final score for this is 67 out of 100. This is a high risk, high reward play. The product is S tier. It's essential infrastructure for Berachain, but the timing sucks. The VC baggage is toxic. If you buy this, you're betting that the product is strong enough to kind of survive all the issues with the VC. It's just not the sort of project that I would be personally interested in. So regardless, that's it for Kodiak Finance. If you want safe, go buy some bonds. If you want glory, hit that subscribe button for me. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for sticking it out and watching the video with me. Have a great and Merry Christmas to everyone out there. I'm out of here. It's time to open some gifts. I'll see you on Friday for the Macro War Room show. And as always, have a great day out there. Cheers.